Let's go talk to our our Nubian Syrian child. All that.
Good morning. Looks like you're awake. Yep, yep.
Morning, Collei.
I prepared some breakfast today. Please have a taste. I hope you'll like it.
It's nice to have you here so we can eat something yummy.
Well, now that I've recovered from Azar, I'm feeling better than ever. I can even prepare 4 or 5 meals a day now.
She's cured.
And Paimon
Not even
baked
Dottore
them.
could do that. Well, this morning sucks, but it's raining like a
By
motherfucker.
the way, someone brought a letter for you after you went to sleep last night.
Paimon didn't snoop through our shit.
No, Paimon wanted to read the letter with you after you woke up.
Okay.
So Paimon didn't open it. All right, let's read it now. Oh, it's from Nilou. Ahem. We're going to hold a feast at the Grand Bazaar and celebrate Cyno's reinstatement as the General Mahamatra. As heroes of Sumeru, please be sure to attend. I'll wait for you. The date of the banquet is written on the back. It's in 2 days.
2 days.
Oh, I've also heard that you've become heroes here as well. That's amazing.
We're heroes all over to that. Sumeru's is the next area. It's really not that amazing. Just doing our part, Collei. Traveling hero and all. You know.
Sometimes I'm really envious of strong and confident people like you.
Don't worry, Collei. You're pretty strong. You're literally wearing a virgin killer dress as a girl who was isolated for her entire life.
Oh, you're embarrassing me.
Anyway, let's go to the Grand Bazaar to have a look.
Oh, before you leave, be sure to inform Master Tighnari.
Let's go see what Tighnari's like. God damn, it's like thundering out here.
Tighnari!
Good morning. How do you feel today?
We feel much better. How about you?
How's that lightning one, bro? That's a permanent scar.
I'm recovering well. Thanks for asking.
Okay.
But from the looks of it, you seem to be already busy with work again.
It's fine. I'm not that busy, really. The Azar patients have recovered, as well as Hypatia. For now, I only need to tend to my forest watcher duties.
It seems once Irminsul started getting better, everything else started to recover too.
Yes, but there are still some residual effects.
Of course, not
The
instant.
withering is one example. Though it won't spread anymore, the existing zones won't just disappear. We forest rangers will still need to do the work.
Hey, bro. At least it won't spread.
By the way, we have some good news. Cyno got his position back.
Yeah.
This news is hardly new. He had already mentioned it to me before.
Huh? You mean he was already here? Why didn't he come to say hi to us?
He visited once, but he was afraid of disturbing you while you were resting. He just asked me a few questions and left.
Then you probably already know all about the celebration feast.
Celebration feast? No, I haven't heard anything about that.
Damn.
Huh? But didn't Nilou say in her letter that they would celebrate Cyno? He didn't tell you?
Perhaps, or alternatively, he doesn't know about it either.
Come to think of it, Cyno doesn't seem like the type who'd enjoy a celebration feast.
Well, it's a surprise. We'll trick him into coming. Once the festivities are underway. Oh, a surprise party for Cyno. Damn, bro, we were blabbing to everyone.
You and Collei are both Cyno's close friends. Why don't you come to the feast with us?
Collei's a close friend of Cyno?
Collei has taken over some of my tasks these days. I don't think she'll have time for it. Not to mention me. You see, some VIPs have come to the forest recently.
Huh?
Huh? VIPs? Very important Paimons?
What?
Well, technically speaking, they are former VIPs. The sages involved in recent incidents have begun their training in the Avidya Forest, and the people they had previously imprisoned have all been released.
Huh?
Bro. What?
Yes, he's a little weak, but he isn't injured and his condition is stable. Lesser Lord Kusanali, in her boundless mercy, has decided to spare Azar and the other wrongdoers. Supposedly they were ashamed of their shallow ideologies and have decided to dedicate the rest of their lives to cultivating wisdom in the Avidya Forest.
They were exiled.
When they learned that Lesser Lord Kusanali had defeated the Balladeer and saved Irminsul, they were shocked at first, but also became happy, feeling that the sacred light guiding them on the path of discovering wisdom had begun to shine once again. As a result, work has increased for the forest rangers.
That sounds really exhausting.
Well, there is wisdom and mercy.
There's nothing we can do, really. But that's another topic. Back to the matter at hand. Are you two planning to head out?
Ah, right! We're here to request permission to head out. Would that be okay?
You've recovered well. You may go, but be careful.
What if he just hit us with a, no, fuck you, you're staying here. In fact, you're gonna help. I mean, he never would, but, you know. The guy hits with a subversion one time, where it's like, one of the characters is like, nah. Tighnari's a perfect character for it, too. Be like, nah, bro, y'all ain't heading out. In fact, I need you to do some work for me. You gotta pull your weight while you're here. The Grand Bazaar.
Well, there won't be any problems if the feast starts at that time. Everything has already been prepared.
Mr. Zubair, I finished telling things up here. Well, except for the guests.
Is a simple reply really that much to ask of our guests? It's affecting our arrangements.
Oh, it'll be fine. Besides, it never hurts to get things ready in advance.
I was thinking the same thing. The feast will be held sooner or later, right?
Yeah, 2 days. But also, it is an ask.
Traveler, Paimon.
These guests are fucking busy. Got generals, sages, gods.
You're the best. The other guests haven't even replied yet.
Huh? Are we the only ones that have arrived?
Yeah, I had someone deliver letters to all of our guests. But maybe everyone is still busy with other things.
Look, I get it. Sumeru is in an extremely important period of transition right now, but even if your friends are important figures, they shouldn't just ignore your request like this.
He's got a point.
Nilou is Sumeru's #1 celebrity after all.
Oliver, I mean, sure, but we're dealing with, like, everything. A literal god being reinstated, buddy, and the restructuring of the entire academia.
You have no idea how happy I am to talk to people with good taste.
If you consider enjoying Nilou's dances having good taste, then almost everybody has good taste. Because Paimon thinks everybody will love her performance.
Nice.
That's right. We all think she's amazing too. Nilou is an absolute favorite among those of us who frequent the Grand Bazaar. For Outlanders, you have a great eye. Master Zubair, let's have a vote for the most outstanding audience members next time. I think these two may win.
Nonsense. It is not for us to determine the value of an audience. But indeed, we could try giving gifts to people with particularly good taste. I heard there's a device in Fontaine called a camera that can record people's appearances as pictures. Such pictures would make superb gifts.
Picture of Nilou? Yeah,
Ooh,
that's
good
pretty
idea.
good.
I wonder where we can find one.
I don't want you giving pictures of me to everyone. I'm satisfied just being able to perform here.
There's always a lot going on at the Grand Bazaar.
Yeah, and that's why I love it here. Traveler and Paimon, could you help confirm if the letters were actually delivered?
Yeah, probably
If
even
for
more.
some reason they didn't receive the letters, then please tell everyone that there will be a feast here.
Roger that.
Yeah, we can also check out how everything in Sumeru is going now.
I'm sure this place wasn't ripped apart while we were knocked out.
When I wrote the letters, I heard that Dia was in Port Ormos, and Alhaitham was at the Academia. As for Cyno, we've only heard that he appears at the Academia from time to time. I'm not too sure about Rahman's whereabouts. My guess is that he's with Dia. As for Dunyarzad, I just hope she's feeling better. I sent her a letter, but I was afraid of disturbing her. If you have time, please ask about her for me.
Okay, got it. Let's go, Traveler.
Let's roll. Letter delivery service. I swear to God, I'm gonna get the sign out, and it's gonna be all like the fucking desert quest gonna kick in, and I'm gonna punch my fucking monitor. I swear to God. Let's find out. Hate them.
We haven't seen Alhaitham anywhere. Let's ask that person over there.
Last time we saw him, he was literally being ordered to be exiled.
Hey there, have you seen Alhaitham around?
Yes, it seems Scribe Alhaitham has gone to the House of Dana. You should be able to find him there. But you're already the second group of people I've seen looking for him today. He must be quite the busy man.
Oh? Who else was looking for him?
Mr. Cave was just here asking about him. You wouldn't believe how terrible their relationship is. And now you two are here. Don't tell me everyone's here looking for gossip about the sages.
No, Keve is just a different breed.
No way. We're strictly here on business.
Ah, I see. Sorry, I thought maybe everyone's as interested in rumors about the sages as I am.
Always looking for knowledge they don't need. Our favorite. House of Dana. This is the big fucking library. Yes, it is. Oh, is that Kava?
Alhaitham should be around here somewhere, right? Oh, he's over there! But it looks like he might not have time for us.
We'll make the damn time.
Just put down that worthless book and tell me what happened in the academia.
This is not just some worthless book. Do you have any idea how difficult it is to find a physical book like this in Sumeru?
It doesn't matter. It's probably just another thing that you used your authority to get your hands on anyway. Just put it aside. Listen, I came back today only to hear that the sages have disappeared.
Oh, you sound surprised. I thought you would already know the inside story.
Would I be here asking you if I knew? You're the scribe, not me. So just tell me what you know already.
Well, I almost became a sage.
Huh?
Oh, don't sound too surprised now. You're the renowned Kave, light of the Ksharawar. Besides, as a master builder and craftsman, chances are you'll be appointed as a sage too.
Why do I feel like you don't really mean it?
Huh. What makes you say that? Why would you question my heartfelt sincerity?
Maybe it's because you've never said anything good about me before.
Yeah, well, I share a similar sentiment, and anyone who knows you as well as I do would surely do the same.
Ugh, you... See? This is why I hate discussing anything with you. Your ridiculous and arrogant attitude always gets in the way.
Well, he doesn't not give a fuck.
It seems that you really can't stand my personality.
Ha! What was your first clue?
Well, then you might as well move out of my house.
Are you threatening me? Stooping to a new low, I see. Ugh, and don't change the subject. You, a sage? What a joke. The academia might as well just close tomorrow.
Seems like the perfect person to be a sage.
Having a fight?
No, this is what roommates do.
Forget what's going on with the academia. Haven't you been busy with your construction project? Tell me, when are you going to build yourself a mansion?
Don't get me started. I get angry just thinking about it.
So, what great building did our master architect work on this time?
Like I need to tell you. Keep your nose out of my business.
No, I think we deserve to know. Where were you when Sumeru needed you most?
I was in the desert for a large project, but considering Haravatat's utter ignorance of architectural and aesthetic matters, you probably wouldn't understand. Ah, which is truly unfortunate. I can only pity the man who doesn't understand the first thing about beauty and romance. Unlike a true... hold on, wait a second. What do you mean by when Sumeru needed me most?
Well, while you were out fiddling around in the desert, many people came together to save Sumeru from a crisis.
Ha! And you think I'd believe that?
Look, all you really need to know is that Azar and all his accomplices have all been overthrown.
Huh? What nonsense are you talking about?
It's no skin off my nose if you don't believe me. It's not like my Darshan was the one trying to apply for funding from the Grand Sage. Yours, though, on the other hand...
You know what? I'll ask around. I'm sure someone knows what's going on here. You're dead if I find out you're lying to me.
I hope those two keep that dynamic. I know the community's gonna ship them together as gay, but I hope they have like a brother relationship like that. Sibling rivalry.
Hey, I'll hate them.
Oh, it's you two. What's the matter?
We're running some errands for Nilou. Have you received her letter?
What letter?
Letter?
Nah, I knew it.
Nilou said she sent out a letter inviting everyone to a celebration feast in 2 days at the Grand Bazaar. We'll also be celebrating Cyno's reinstatement as General Mahamatra.
If she addressed the letter to all Hatham of the Academia, then the letter should have gone to my office. I've been busy these days, so I haven't had time to check for any new mail at my office. I only now have some free time to attend to personal matters.
Have you always been so busy with your work?
No.
Of course not. I'm only busy these days because several sages have been dismissed recently and the whole Academia was practically turned upside down.
Like I said.
Tighnari told us they all went to train in the Avidya Forest. Apparently they will spend the rest of their lives there.
Exiled.
That is already the best possible ending for the likes of them. 4 of the 6 great sages were possessed by their desire for power and attempted to create a new god. In order to pull it off, they even imprisoned the other 2 rational sages. To imagine such things could take place in the Academia. I don't know where to begin.
6 sages. And 4 of them are fucking crazy.
Yeah, you're right. Huh. Feels kind of strange to hear them called that after all this time. But then again, the 6 great schools sounded pretty impressive too.
Yes, at least that's how they're supposed to sound. It's said that when the Academia was first founded, the Dendro Archon herself established the 6 great schools, each representing one of the 6 different types of wisdom. Numerous Darshans have sprung up and faded. Only the 6 Darshans attaching themselves to the 6 great schools have stood the test of time and obtained permanent seats in the Academia. Now, the 6 Darshans are nearly synonymous with the 6 great schools, and the leaders selected for the schools are the 6 great sages. Among the 6 great sages, there is one central leader, the Grand Sage. Unfortunately, only the sages from Vahumana and Amorta remain now. They were imprisoned for opposing Azar, and were only rescued after Azar's downfall.
Jesus.
So who's managing things in the other 4 schools now? Do they need to find someone new?
Yes. Normally, new sages are selected based on a strict set of criteria.
Oh, didn't you just say something about becoming a sage? If they pick you, then we'd have a huge connection in Sumeru.
Yeah, bro, we have a fucking sage.
Yes, about that. You didn't let me finish my sentence. The person in charge of personnel affairs nominated me to be the Grand Sage in place of Azar and help Lesser Lord Kusanali manage the Academia. But I refused.
Grand Sage Alliance.
But why? Ugh, can't you be a little more ambitious?
I'm not even interested in being one of the 6 great sages. Like I said before, I don't like being a leader.
Oh, all right. So are you busy these days trying to find others to take the job?
Basically.
That's not my job
No,
either.
okay. Well,
I'm only responsible for handling important affairs within the academia before the new sages take office.
You're a leader, John. Boy, he's like Gene.
And the first thing I'll do is reject Kasharawar's application for funding.
By the way, who was that other person just now? Is he your friend?
Do we look like friends?
Paimon doesn't
Not
know.
true.
That's why Paimon's asking.
His name is Kaveh, my roommate. You could say he's the representative for Ksharawar scholars.
Do you usually lie to him, bro? Because he doesn't like he believes you.
Which is exactly why he always has so many problems.
So everything that's happened recently must be a huge change for the people of Sumeru.
Fucking massa.
Such is the work of the Academia Scribe.
Well, anyway, no matter how busy you are, since you are our planner, remember to attend the celebration feast in 2 days.
Alright, I'll see you there.
Oh, that's cool. We'll make time for us. With his Simlish crystal. Sweet, we got Convent. No need for me to do that. Boredom. I know the second way it's gonna hit Cyno, it's gonna Cyno, it's gonna be all like, go fuck yourself and complete that other quest, bro. You know, the recording's gonna stop and I'm gonna have to cut to the next. Every time, bro. And I'm sick again, just like when I was recording last time, bro. Except I'm not as sick as I was. Because when I first recorded this, my voice was fucked up. Completely. Well, we're good now. Port Ormos. What we got rocking here?
This is Port Ormos. Now where could
Do your sword!
Is that Paimon I hear?
Huh?
Yeah, that shrill voice is everywhere.
Oh, it's been a while. How are you doing?
Dinyarzad! It's been so long since we've seen you!
Oh, pages are off, bro. Voice sounds different. Was her voice always like this? I don't fucking know.
I'm doing well. I can go as far as saying I have never been happier in my entire life. I don't know if you've heard, but Azar has completely disappeared, and all the patients have recovered.
You kidding? Knowing them and the connections they've got, I'm sure they've heard about it.
Bro, we're the reason. One of the reasons. Didn't expect to see. What do you mean didn't expect? We only came here because she was here. What?
That's right. My lady is feeling better now, so I'm accompanying her for a walk.
Why do you still call me that, Dia? You've already informed my father of your resignation.
I guess I'm just used to calling you my lady. Old habits die hard.
Resignation? You mean you're quitting?
Well, there's no need to protect her anymore.
Yeah, I might start losing my edge if I keep being a bodyguard for the Homayanis.
You know that my parents and I are fond of you, and that we appreciate you very much. It wouldn't be a problem if you wish to continue to be our bodyguard.
I'm not a woman that's easily persuaded. You should know that by now, my lady. When I took this job, I had already decided that I'd quit as soon as you'd recovered. It's time for me to get back out there and chase that horizon.
Mercenary.
So what are you gonna do now if you're not gonna be a bodyguard anymore?
She don't work.
I want to take a risky job and put my body to the test again.
All right.
Huh? But we literally just finished one of the most dangerous jobs ever. Are you getting bored already?
I know. If I hadn't joined in that plan with you, I wouldn't have come up with this idea. I guess I still get fired up by that feeling of going all out in a fight. It made me realize that I'm still a mercenary through and through.
It's in your blood.
Life is short,
She's a fighter.
and I'm happy that I got to be a part of that operation. But the whole thing also made me realize that there are still many problems in Sumeru. And as a desert dweller, I'm still not completely ready to settle down on this side of the wall.
Well, I remember a friend had someone bring you a message.
You mean I'll hate them? I didn't expect him to still remember that. I thought he was joking.
We just came from talking with Alhaitham at the Academia.
Did he tell you that he suggested that I come work at the Academia?
What?
Interesting. Wow, people just don't tell us shit. Why would he suggest that? What position would she have?
I heard that Azar and his cronies fell from power, and I'll hate them told me that now was a good time to find a job in the academia. But only if I wanted to.
Whoa. Paimon can't see you being anything other than a mercenary.
The 7th school, School of Combat.
Me neither. But I think Dia would look great dressed up as a scholar.
Yeah?
Ugh, forget about it. I wouldn't last 10 seconds in there. I'll hate them probably just like the way I worked and knew I'm good in a fight. So he suggested I find some work in the academia.
But you know, if you take him up on the offer, Cyno might actually agree and let you become a Matra.
Bro, opposite?
You're super amazing.
The Matra have all the talent they need as long as they have Cyno. I prefer to be free to live however I choose. In fact, I chose this job from the very start because I knew it'd be right up my alley.
Even if being a mercenary means facing all kinds of danger.
A lion has to return to the wild sooner or later. If anything, being your bodyguard has been unfamiliar territory for me.
I don't want to see you go, but I'll respect your decision.
I'm glad to hear you say that. Come on, no need for the sad face. It's not like we'll never meet again.
Hey, bro. Don't death flag like that. Bro, that's how she is. She's a merc. She's a freedom fighter. True and true. How all the desert dwellers are.
Once the whole Dendro Archon thing is settled, everything in Sumeru will take a turn for the better. That makes me happy too. But a peaceful society will probably mean less demand for mercenaries like me. Before long, we'll be a dying breed. So I'd better get to work while I still can.
Don't worry, we'll mess up the world enough for wars.
Wait a second. You make it sound like you're leaving now.
Well, no, not yet at least. I promised my lady I'd stick around until next week.
Damn, next week.
Have you been in Port Ormos this entire time? We were wondering if you had received a letter from Nilou.
Oh, did Nilou write to us?
God damn.
She heard that you were seen in Port Ormos, so she sent the letter here.
Huh. It was probably sent to the inn that we're staying at. My lady has been very energetic lately and keeps taking me on hikes, staying out even into the night. By the time we get back, the receptionist is usually off napping on the job.
Right, and we tend to leave quite early in the morning, so the old man on duty is also usually dozing off.
So what it really sounds like is that the person on duty is always asleep.
I bet the letter's at the reception desk. I'll go check later.
No wonder there wasn't a reply. You never received the letter. Good thing Nilou asked us to come and check on that.
Sorry to make you two come all the way out here.
It must be
teleported.
something important for Nilou to specifically write to us like that.
Yes, she said they were preparing a victory feast in the Grand Bazaar, and will also be celebrating Cyno's reinstatement as General Mahamatra. She was hoping you could come.
Great! I'll be sure to attend.
Count me in too. But is there some sort of dress code or anything for the feast? Can I just show up looking like this?
Butter in a dress.
Since it's being organized by Nilou, I don't think she'll be too picky about that. If anything, I think she wants to see us as our most natural selves.
All right, then this is how I'll show up.
The feast will be held in 2 days, so don't forget.
Sure.
Thank you so much for letting us know. We'll see you there.
Oh, by the way, do you happen to know where Cyno and Raman are?
The General Mahamatra always comes and goes without a trace. Normally no one knows his whereabouts.
Alright, well.
Oh,
How about Raman?
But last time we met, he mentioned that he had something to do in Aru village. You can try your luck there. As for Raman, your guess is as good as mine. I only remember he said that he had something to discuss with Cyno. You can ask Cyno when you meet him.
I swear, if I see that goddamn thing tick over. Thanks,
Don't
Dave.
mention it. You'd better get going.
We're rolling out.
alright, on to our next stop.
Alright, perfect, bro. Thank Christ. I was gonna say, bro, if it hit me with that, no, maybe you should finish that other quest. I'll lose it. That's happened like 4 times in this quest. Never. Just, whatever you do, people. Yeah, actually, I haven't even started this event. I'll record this one too. Never fucking. I'll show you guys. Go and just like start these damn quests. I still haven't done this one. Never start these quests before you fucking are done. They fuck up everything. Or do them as they come out. Don't like wait. Because obviously I didn't record any of them because whatever. I'll record the Kusanali's at least.
It's been a while since
And then
we
I'll
last
start recording
visited
whoever
our
comes out
village.
next.
Ah, there's Cyno.
Been a while, General.
What brings you here?
Your party.
We recovered well, and Tighnari agreed to let us leave, so now we're out and about again.
It seems Gandharva Ville's medical treatment is still as good as ever.
And Tighnari is recovering well, too.
We're also just freaks of nature, so.
That's good to hear.
Thanks for taking us to him, General. Must have pulled us out of the Shurasara shrine.
Yeah, you're the one who brought us to him when we lost consciousness, right? Thanks for that.
You're welcome. Tighnari has excellent medical skills, and Collei is quite attentive. It was the best place for you.
But why are you just standing here like a dead tree?
Lost.
I'm meeting some people.
Oh, you mean Candace?
I've already
Candrake?
talked with Candace and the village chief. They're still at the usual place. You can go there if you'd like to see them. But you know one of the people I'm meeting as well.
Oh, by King Deshret's blessing, my friend suddenly appears in the desert. Don't tell me you've run into trouble and need us to help.
Yo, it's Rowan and the baddie.
Rowan! And, Sataria?
Oh, we gaslit. She's kinda bad, though.
You know me?
Yeah, don't worry.
Oh, well, you're pretty famous in the academia.
Don't worry, these are our friends. No need to be so guarded.
I see.
How you been doing after we gaslit the fuck out of you and told the only brown person in the academia to go back to the desert?
I'm doing well. Many good things have happened recently.
Same here. Really, I feel that my whole life has started to shine after suddenly finding a new direction.
Oh, tell us everything.
Yeah, you go ahead.
Alright, well, I suppose I should start by saying
Homie really hit her with that. Yeah, you do that.
I've decided to leave the academia.
What?
Gaslit the fuck out of her. Well, I mean, she was so close to the sage, she probably realized the projects he was doing, and she's like, this is fucked up, bro.
It's not that I've given up on being a scholar. Instead, you could say I've found a new identity. I will no longer pursue research like a typical scholar, but I have not completely given up on my relationship to knowledge either.
Those kites are
I can see what you're saying now.
What do you mean?
I plan to leave the academia and return to teach here in the desert.
Let's go.
Wow, so you want to become a teacher?
Sataria will return to support education here and teach people from the desert. She can't teach everyone on her own, but there are many of us Eremites all over Sumeru. She came to discuss a collaboration with me and hoped that I could bring her ideas to the Eremites.
Yes, it's my hope that the Eremites can help me select a group of smart people with the best aptitude for teaching. I'll teach them, and after they've finished learning from me, they can go educate more people. That is the true meaning of education and the spreading of knowledge.
Desert wisdom.
The people of King Deshret suffer from sandstorms, exile, and ignorance. Miss Sataria is more than welcome to come teach here. Her arrival is like a star shining in the desert night. The stars have always guided caravans, thieves, soldiers, and travelers who get lost in the night. They lead those in the dark out of trouble and back to safety.
Like a seed sprouting off the tree of Sumeru, she's planted in the desert and sprouts a new life.
Oh, please. Where's all of this coming from? I'm starting to feel a little embarrassed.
You deserve these compliments. Mercenaries are accustomed to danger and don't fear death, which is why we recognize extraordinary actions that common people would easily overlook.
Sataria's idea will bring much good to many people.
At first, I feared it was destined to fail. Everyone knows that the Academia doesn't allow scholars to teach in the desert without permission. As you know, all knowledge is under their surveillance and control, and very few desert dwellers are as lucky as me. But what I heard at that time has been haunting my heart, as if there were lightning bolts constantly bombarding my soul. Sataria, you tread a treacherous path, and the longer you ignore it, the tighter the Academia's grasp on you will become. Sataria, why haven't you gone home? Never forget that the desert that belongs to you lies elsewhere.
Miss.
These words sparked something in me, and I knew that I had to bring something back to my people after going home.
I mean, we say we gaslit her, but I'm pretty sure the reason Nahida went so hard was because she could sense like what her true dreams were and her true desire was. And it wasn't to be in the Academia.
I gathered up the courage to approach the Grand Sage, only to find that he was no longer at the Academia. Lord Cyno told me that Azar didn't belong there anymore.
Azar has received much-needed punishment. Though, if you ask me, it may have been too light.
Bro, Cyno fucked them up and cast
You
them into
probably have already heard.
to the forest, basically. Yeah, we heard.
Lord Cyno helped me obtain permission to leave the Academia for the desert, and accompanied me here to discuss collaboration with members of the Eremites. My plan was able to go smoothly thanks to him and Rahman.
You're all doing so much for the desert.
Aside from that, I also have some other business to discuss with Cyno.
Lesser Lord Kusanali has allocated many resources to support and develop the desert. I've done some business for her, and part of it required the assistance of the Eremites. I applied for a few batches of educational materials from the Academia, and sent them to several groups in the desert, as instructed by Lesser Lord Kusanali. I believe the people will make good use of them.
That's exactly what the people here need. Physical books and other related items. If it weren't for Cyno and Lesser Lord Kusanali, I'm afraid we'd never be able to get our hands on them.
Apart from this, the Academia is also recruiting scholars that are willing to teach in the desert. I'll let you and Sataria know as soon as I have any more news. We must be persistent about this, and maintain these resources to ensure long-term effectiveness.
This is the first time in hundreds of years we've had a glimmer of hope. I think this may be the turning point for the desert. Remember these words. Here lies our faithful priest, Kasala. His wisdom is a miracle among the people, deserving of high praise and admiration. I hope people with wisdom like that priest will rise again among the desert dwellers. Then we'll once again see the wisdom and glory that once shook the world.
Enough about us. Are you here to discuss some business too?
No, not at all. We're actually here on behalf of Nilou.
It's more for a party.
Nilou wanted to write to everyone, but she wasn't sure where the letters should be sent, so she asked us to come find everyone personally. A celebration feast will be held in 2 days at the Grand Bazaar. She hopes that all of you will be able to attend. At the feast, we'll also be celebrating Cyno's reinstatement as General Mahamatra. Although, judging from your appearance, it seems you've already been reinstated. Paimon thought you would only start working for the Academia after the feast.
No.
Celebration? Feast?
Listen, bro, it's Nilou's plan.
It's the first I've heard of it.
God damn, Nilou.
Tighnari was right. He really didn't know.
Might have been a celebration party.
This feast is
Surprise
for
party.
you, Cyno. Sounds to me like you'll have to be there.
It's rare to see that kind of expression from Lord Cyno. You must not like feasts very much.
Doesn't like parties.
No, not really. But I'll go.
Yeah. You two are invited as well. Well, one of you is, but fuck it. Sataria's too much of a baddie to not put that.
Well, I still have a lot to handle here. Besides, I need to look after Miss Sataria in the desert, so I'll have to pass.
I'm afraid I won't be able to join you. Although, if you'd be so kind, please give a message to Miss Nilou for me. The message is, I'm sorry for how I treated you before, but now I understand the beauty of your dance. It's like a light shining in the sky. You and the art you symbolize are not only beautiful, but also lively and powerful. So much so that it was prohibited. Please keep dancing, and someday I'll be able to appreciate your art in person.
Okay, we've got all that down.
No, we do not, bro. We did not write a single thing of that.
Our job here is complete as well. Oh, Cyno, remember, party's in 2 days. Make sure you're there.
What's the time? You keep saying the party's in 2 days. 2 days out what, bro? Like, I'm actually wondering that myself. Like, 2 days. Well, fucking... Hey, no one gave us a time. Look at that clock. Look at that mechanical workings. Look at that Paimon power. Guys, is Paimon a primordial being? Leave down in the comments if you made it this far to answer that question. Why the fuck did I wait? Oh, he said Candace and the leader are inside, right? I wonder if we can actually meet them.
Anyway, our preparation has been going smoothly these days. Can such good things really be happening in the desert?
Yes, even if you can't bring yourself to believe it, you should at least believe in those of us who are working hard to make it a reality.
Indeed. Take it one step at a time.
Where's the leader's house? What the fuck is that? I don't know this village. Is this not it?
Take it easy.
This isn't it, right? No, not hibachi over here. Fucking
Take
grill.
it easy.
In the center. I'm retarded. I'm not even near the center. You said that, yeah, they're at the usual spot. It's just this, right? It would be cool if they actually were here. He mentions it. No. Man, fuck this game, bro. How you gonna be like, oh yeah, they're at the usual spot, bro, and then not have them there? Like, what the fuck? They usually are good at that. Putting characters in certain spots. You can talk to like Venti on the top of the roof. Or during the Weinze Fest, you could go across the map. He's on top of like a Cape Oath. Also,
Today's the big day. Let's go to the Grand Bazaar and...
we're not gonna invite Candace for one. She can leave the village for like 2 seconds. Yeah, I blew up Paimon's dialogue. Bro, really? They're not around? What the fuck? They probably are. And I'm just like, nah, we're never gonna see them. Also, yes, I did do my daily commissions for today, guys. Don't worry. If anyone wants to buy me the battle pass. I said that to one of the goddamn morning. Ugh. How you get this quest done? So Trey, if you watch any of my other previous parts and videos, you know who Trey is. So he can fucking level up Nahida, because I didn't get fucking Nahida. But enough about me. Let's celebrate Lesser Lord Kusanali. Wonder what horrific thumbnail I'm gonna make for this video. Where the fuck is the entrance to the Grand Bazaar? I'm usually pretty good at finding it. Whatever, just follow the damn trail. I'm not cutting any of this out. This quest seems short anyway,
Take it
so...
easy.
Deal with it. I probably should actually b-hop, since I'm already taking so damn long. Look at that, everyone we acquired. After 4,000 years of war.
Everybody's already here. Looks like we're the last ones to arrive.
Yeah, first ones to get the
I'm
letters, last
here.
ones to arrive. Yeah, bro, what's the problem?
Ah, there you are.
Good evening, Miss Nilou.
Well, look who finally decided to show up.
You look like you came here immediately after finishing up some work. I'm very happy to see you here.
But we're not late, are we? It's just that everyone else arrived ahead of time.
No, you're definitely right.
I propose that the last one who arrived be put in charge of today's speeches.
Oh, what the fuck?
Nah, there won't be any speeches today.
Oh, really? Well, even better.
I wrote one
Come
myself.
join us over here. Let's share some great food and drinks, and chat about all sorts of fun things.
Everything looks quite good.
Wow, Paimon can't wait! Traveler, just look at all the delicious food here!
The celebration for Cyno, you fucking... Beautifully arranged, bro. How many people are out here? I know it's us up here, but like how many fucking like, you know, civilians are going around? Yeah, Nilou dance. They want to animate a third Nilou dance?
Whoa, it's so delicious! Oh, this grilled meat tastes amazing!
The food was specially prepared for you by everyone in the Grand Bazaar. And we have gifts that were sent by the residents of Sumeru City when they heard we were holding a feast. Everyone that came said that you saved Sumeru and wanted me to thank you all on their behalf.
Everyone who can.
Feels
they show up
kinda
now?
nice to be seen as a hero. I could get used to this.
Being a bodyguard is also a hero's job. You've always been amazing, Dia.
My lady sure has a way with words. Thanks. I'm glad to hear it.
And I'm happy to meet everyone that participated in the great plan.
Don't mention it.
Come to think of it, we've really done something impressive together. It's
We
unbelievable.
took down a god and changed the entire governmental
We
system
owe it to our abilities
of a country.
and luck.
We did that twice now. We did it in
Really?
Nilou.
Why do I remember everybody thinking that luck was against us and feeling like we hardly had a chance of
Liyue,
succeeding?
not Liyue.
That's how I remember it too.
It's luck that brought us together, and it was luck that let us form a team. Then, it took even more luck for us to formulate a plan and implement it successfully.
I don't think you're
Moreover,
overusing luck, bro.
Judging from the results, everything worked out well.
Yeah, everyone gave it their all when it mattered most. It was almost like a performance. We took the stage and put on our best show. Everyone played their part, and thanks to everyone's efforts, the performance was a great success.
So, would you say we're good actors too?
That's one more time. We've acted before. The quest from fucking Inazuma. Yeah, we're great actors.
It's such a blessing that Lesser Lord Kusanali was able to return to power at the Academia.
Yes, even after being abandoned and neglected so many times, she's finally returned.
Bro, it's not like... returned is a bit of a overstatement, like... Or I guess understatement. I don't know what it is. It's not the correct term, bro. She literally could not leave. Returned to the Academia, abandoned, and they like, I don't think you know the true story.
Uh-huh. Lesser Lord Kusanali once used all her power in a great disaster, which resulted in her losing all her wisdom and memories of the past. The Academia basically abandoned her because of it. This should be something everybody should remember. Huh? You look surprised. I didn't say anything wrong, did I?
No, everything you said is correct.
That's good.
Oh. So that's the
Something
story
wrong?
now.
Yeah, what's with that face? You knew all of this already.
Right, I completely forgot myself, yeah. We rewrote history.
Even if those two giants of the Academia are here, I still have to say it.
Academia sucked.
Those sages really have some nerve. 500 years ago, Lesser Lord Kusanali used all her power for the people of Sumeru. And what did they do in return?
It's crazy. It wouldn't even
If you bite
matter.
the hand that feeds you, don't act surprised when it turns into a knuckle.
Perhaps I shouldn't say this.
Whoops.
But their treatment of Lesser Lord Kusanali calls for a more severe punishment.
I was gonna say, it wouldn't matter if you mentioned Lord Rukadabata. No one would know who the hell that is. She's been erased from history. Crazy. I wonder who else would know. 'Cause we're not from the world. I guess not even the Archons would know. We erased it from the timeline of the tree holding the world together. There's no one who knows. Not even Kusanali herself would know. There's literally no one. Besides us. Or other people from outside the world. But I doubt there's others. Oh well, I don't doubt there's others. Our sister would know.
You could simply tell Lesser Lord Kusanali that you wish to have Azar and his accomplices severely punished.
I respect our deity's decision and won't interfere in any way. While we're on this topic, why didn't you accept the Academia's invitation to become the Grand Sage?
Are you trying to say that I'm fit to be a sage?
Not at all. But every person handling the selection process has said that you are the most suitable candidate to lead the academia right now.
Why? Because he dethroned Azar from power?
He's a stickler for the
Could
rules.
you try to put it another way? This is a good thing, yet you're making it sound like I overthrew Azar for my own personal gain.
But seriously though, I always wondered if you had some personal motives behind it.
Well, I just didn't like the dude.
I did have my own motive, but it had nothing to do with being a sage. If the rules of our nation were suddenly cast by the wayside, then it wouldn't be long until chaos ensued. I had no intention of letting their dreams disrupt my life.
By that, you mean your life working as the Academia's scribe.
Precisely.
Wait, is that all?
So, that's the only reason why you joined us and came up with all those plans?
I won't let them ruin the status quo. I like things how they are, and no one's gonna change that. His actual reason, and I'll hate them, is based, but I'm pulling for his phone when he comes out. I like his personality.
It's reason enough.
You've certainly got quite the personality.
You flatter me.
All right then. How about you? You've already resumed work as the General Mahamatra, right?
That's right.
Will you be happy with that life?
It's not about being happy. There are merely a lot of things that I must do.
Even so, keep your spirits up and try to be happy, okay? And try to smile more every day, just like I'm doing now.
What drove him to become a Matra? No, if I had him, I'd probably be able to find out his backstory. Well, oh, but I don't have him, so because I'll look it up.
Thank you. I'll keep that in mind.
He didn't appreciate her being like, smile more, nigga.
Ah, there you are, traveler.
We were standing right here.
How is it? Are you enjoying the feast today? If there's anything you're unhappy with, just let me know. I'll be sure to take note of it.
My nuts are a bit.
That's good. It's the first time I've ever invited so many exceptional people to one place. I was a little nervous myself.
Don't worry, one day we'll
You
come to
see,
see you dance.
Every guest here is quite extraordinary. It's unbelievable that we've got everyone together here. Almost like a fairy tale. Make sure you live it up tonight. I'll be happy as long as you're enjoying yourselves.
Oh yeah, we got a message from the baddie, from the academia. Yeah, we have to recount that shit, bro. That shit
I'm
way too
honored
long.
to have her think of me this way. If I have a chance in the future, I would really like to invite her to one of my performances. I can't explain why, but I just feel elated right now. Thank you.
Yeah? It's crazy, because she literally had you mind-locked not too long ago, but I guess we'll just forget about that.
The atmosphere here is good. And everything is delicious.
Yeah. Must be rare.
Yeah.
Yeah?
I don't often come to such places. But it feels quite good. I have a lot to handle these days. Otherwise, I could show you around.
Oh, that's cool. Don't worry about us, bro. We've been in here long enough. It's been like 3 months.
There's always next time. We're friends after all.
You got it, bro.
This feast is pretty good. I like it.
It's good to do it every once in a while. How about you, Al Hateful?
I seldom participate in such lively gatherings, but the atmosphere here is quite good.
Why would you find it boring, bro? It's fun.
No. This gathering today has a unique meaning. The Grand Bazaar is lively because the people here feel happiness from the bottom of their hearts, unlike the farces at the Academia. That happiness is an emotion that'll be forever alien to those bookworms who have driven themselves insane by studying. I seem to have taken both keys when I left the house. Oh well.
Jesus. He is always fucking with Kava.
My lady, the
Kave,
grilled
whatever
meat
her
over
name
there is delicious. Have you tried it?
She's referring to me,
Yes,
by the way.
I
the
also
grilled
tried
meat.
some fruit just now. Oh, they're very sweet.
Juiciest since
What an amazing place to
fattest of grilled
relax.
sausage.
No wonder everybody likes to rest at the Grand Bazaar.
You said it. Oh, look who else is here.
Yeah.
Hello. Oh, I'm so happy Nilou invited everybody. Oh, now I have the chance to meet all the heroes.
Yeah, that's right. The warriors that saved and cured your disease.
Hey, less of that polite chit-chat and more eating and drinking. The feast is about having fun, not stuffy formalities.
Yeah? Alright, dude. Whatever you say. What's the Lesser Lord herself?
Hey, what's wrong? Your head is starting to droop.
Brain damage. About to nod off.
Hey, you can't just fall asleep here. Paimon will go find something delicious for you to eat. You'll wake up once you've put something yummy in your tummy.
That's not how that works, Paimon. I think it's the exact opposite.
Of course. Just wait here for Paimon.
Waiting. Paimon makes noises when she flies. Uh-oh. Will things still come off her when she's floating out, even if she's frozen in time? Yeah, okay, buddy.
It's me.
Yeah, we get it, bro. Great, let's just like the fucking balladeer. Thanks for mind-fucking us.
You may blame me for being a bit too self-indulgent. I was thinking about talking with you, and the next thing I knew, I had made a connection with you.
Jesus.
The connection between us is amazing. It's like flora and the fence it grows upon.
Well, is there anything you need, kid?
I heard there's an amazing celebration feast today at the Grand Bazaar. I wanted to have a look for myself, so I snuck in.
How so?
Lately, I've been so busy dealing with all the fallout from recent events, so I really haven't had any free time.
You never had free time in the first
Although
place.
you've already helped me with a lot, there's still one more thing I hope you can help me with.
Oh boy. What is it?
Please say thank you to everyone for me.
Oh yeah, okay, that's good. Yeah, why don't you show up yourself?
Oh, is it not convenient for you to do that for me?
No, it's convenient, but it's some things are better when you do it yourself. Yeah, there you go. I'm glad they said it.
If I just show up all of a sudden, people will become all quiet and stiff, won't they?
Yeah, you're a god,
What if I
but
end up scaring them and ruining this wonderful feast? That'd be the last thing I want.
well, sometimes you just gotta accept reality.
Let me think about it.
Bro, just show up. It'll take 2 seconds. Blink in, blink out, bro. You're a god. I'm pretty sure you can do that. You made up your mind?
Yes, I have.
Oh my god, bro.
You said I should go thank everyone as myself, right? So...
You cheated.
I've decided to borrow your body for the time being. Please don't blame me. The flora also climbs up to the fence to get closer to the sky.
Hey, bro. God, you know why they said the Archon is the strongest. It literally hijacked our mind instantly. God damn.
Everyone,
So, does her voice come out, or is it mine?
are you awake now?
Oh, no, it is
I
our
was
voice.
just about to bring you the food. It's me. Huh? That voice.
Wait,
Nahida?
Hold up, what's going on?
so the entire time she talks to someone else, her voice comes out? You're fucking me. So that's how it works. Okay, so her voice, it's not just like her voice is our voice. No, her voice literally comes out of our body. God damn.
I didn't expect to have a conversation with the consciousness of Lesser Lord Kusanali in the Grand Bazaar. Interesting. Is this also a part of the feast?
That'd be great planning on
No,
Nilou's
of
part.
course not. Are you Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Hello, Nilou.
You know who I am?
How would she not?
Yes, I already know every one of you. Nilou, Alhaitham, Cyno, Dia, Paimon, and Dunyarzad.
Lesser Lord Kusanali?
I took the liberty of occupying the traveler's body so that I could thank all of you in person. Thank you so much for rescuing me, even if that meant placing your own safety in peril and taking the risk of becoming enemies with the Academia, the sages, the doctor, the balladeer, and even the entirety of Sumeru. Without you, without any of you, I would have been in a much more difficult situation. Had you not helped me to resolve the crisis, not only I, but Sumeru and even the entirety of Teyvat would have suffered great misfortune. People refer to you as the heroes who managed to rescue a god. I'm quite fond of this name. It not only explains your identities, but also bears witness to your relationship with me. Please, allow me to present to you my most sincere gratitude.
Lesser Lord Kusanali, you have done so much for Sumeru, and I didn't even have a chance to do anything for you. You don't have to do this.
Dinyarzad, the suffering you endured during your illness is also proof of you being with me and praying for me. Thank you.
You don't need to be so ceremonious. It's always been my duty to protect you.
This is how the relationship between the Academia and Dendro Archon should be. We just did what was necessary and set things back on the right path.
You're an Archon, but you act so humble. You really don't need to be so polite with us.
I'm honored to have been able to take part in this plan. I hoped you liked the dance I dedicated to you.
Thank you, all of you. Thank you so much.
See?
Yeah.
Great, I got anytime I'm in Sumeru, I got this child. This child present in my brain now. Great. Laughter. You know, honestly, this group doesn't seem like the type to laugh. Is that it? Oh, what's gonna happen now?
Are you awake? Did you rest well?
Oh no.
After Nahida left, you
Oh,
ate
okay.
a lot of food. You've become a glutton.
Still nothing compared to Paimon.
That just means you still have a lot to learn from Master Paimon, the Sage of Gluttony.
They're making that joke, but I swear to God, I've said it multiple times. Paimon's an aspect of the abyss. And that's why she's always able. She has like an abyssal stomach and idea. Like, that's the whole concept of her. She's literally an aspect of the abyss. Which is, like, she has never-ending hunger, always craving treasure. Like, a desire. Like, literally greed, gluttony. I'm telling you.
Alright, since you're awake now, should we go and have a chat with Nahida?
But she's a void, is what I mean.
She should be in the Academia right about now. If you have any questions, now's your chance to ask.
Also, I've said this before. There's only one bed. Is Paimon sleeping in the same bed as us? Does she sleep at the bed as a foot of a dog? Does she sleep on the floor? Where does she sleep? Also, I'm glad they did that. They fucking make it so that... Fuckers. They make it so that the quest is the same. Like, the beginning is the same. That's the last part. We're the time loop, guys. Well, it's not a time loop, it's a dream harvesting. You get the idea, it's a cycle. That is funny, though. I'm glad I like that you lost that. Please give us this theme of the teapot, bro. I want this fucking Surashana thing. Suras Than. I can't say it. Well, that's too many letters, and my fucking nose isn't even work.
Nahida!
Oh, this is the part we get to ask
Hello,
Archon
traveler,
questions.
Paimon.
Oh, Jesus, that line. Hello, traveler and
What a
Paimon.
fantastic night. I'm still immersed in all the happiness and joy, like a candle floating on water.
Huh?
So are we, and that's why we're here to talk with you.
What analogy is
there
that?
anything you want to know?
Yeah, a lot. I got nothing else to say. Okay. The Akasha. Let's start from the top. Yeah, I'm not gonna talk over the dialogue, or I will if I have to say something.
After recent events, the Akasha can no longer function as it used to. I've given it some thought, and have decided to shut it down permanently. But this is definitely not a bad thing. Even from the beginning, I've been planning to shut it down. The Akasha's centralized administration of knowledge has always restrained people's curiosity and curtailed the number of paths available to them. I don't think this is good for Sumeru. Although people may initially feel a little uncomfortable with the loss of the Akasha, they will soon understand that this life is more suitable for them. And as for the future of Sumeru, I'm preparing to regain control of the academia. The former sages have received their punishment, but the new sages have yet to be selected. I will oversee the process personally. I hope that the new 6th grade sages will be more focused on academics. Sumeru needs such leaders more than ever. The other big issue is the people of King Deshret. All the residents of the desert, in fact. They have been mistreated for far too long. I've already taken some measures to address this. It will take some time to rebuild everything, but no matter if it's culture, friendship, or trust, we will rebuild it.
Okay. I mean, it really is the equivalent of like if one day the internet was just gone. Like, genuinely. That's the equivalent of what she just did. She just pulled the plug in the internet. Imagine the entire world was lost the internet overnight. It never came back. I mean, that would be pretty fucking crazy. Also, what did she say? Well, I was gonna say something else. I wonder if we're actually gonna see the sages, like over time, actually see the sages appointed. I mean, we're probably not. They never really return to a nation, but I mean, they return a monster every once in a while, and we see that stuff happens. That would be amazing to be able like, who's the new sage? It's like, I'm the new sage of honey, or whatever the fuck they could be a sage of. The day after I fell asleep.
You mean, what happened after the doctor put you to sleep?
Yeah, when he fried my brain with a fucking sonic beam.
Not exactly. The top-ranked Fatui Harbingers, up to number 3, possess power comparable to that of gods.
Huh?
I was no match for him in that kind of situation. However, in spite of the bad situation, I still managed to make a fair deal with the doctor. I'm sure you remember the entity that changed your fate, the Heavenly Principles. In fact, the Heavenly Principles has been quiet since the Conria disaster 500 years ago. I used this point as leverage against the doctor. I told him that the Heavenly Principles may be awakened if I destroyed Enosis. Although it's just a bluff, he still fell for it. I assumed that the Heavenly Principles wouldn't just stand by and let such extensive damage to its laws take place. And as for what I exchanged for the Gnosis, the exchange served as both punishment for the doctor, as well as a boon of new knowledge that I couldn't refuse as the god of wisdom.
Boon of new knowledge. He told her the sky was the idea of the sky being fake. I swear that counts as forbidden knowledge, would it not? And so, since the Conrian disaster, we know that Gold, or whatever the fuck her other name is, Albedo's master, unleashed her army, which is the Wolfhounds and all the Ruin Guardians, across the entirety of Teyvat. And because now we know they used forbidden knowledge at the same time, which result at that same time, we show up. Our sister's already running from there, and then we show up. And then we're attacked by a god. It's being destroyed. And then we show up. Okay, hang on, let me rephrase that. It's being destroyed, our sister's running, we show up, like, and she says, or her brother says, we gotta get the hell out of here. And then a god says that human arrogation is destroying the heavenly principles and splits us by 500 years. And since then, either that god or whatever enacted that judgment has not been seen in 500 years. We know from that time a bunch of Archons died. The world was changed. All the Archons were summoned there, which resulted in a couple of their deaths. The Archons are no longer connected with each other. Like, they don't meet like they used to. And now, 500 years later that we've descended, the Tsaritsa, who says she's betrayed, feels betrayed, is now collecting the Gnosises. I wonder. And now we know that the top 3 Fatui possess powers equivalent of gods, that even the fucking Dendro Archon herself wouldn't challenge them. We know that. Well, I don't know what number the Doctor is. What? The Doctor's number, I can't remember his name. The thing's number 3. Who's number 2 then? So we know they're god killers, basically. How could a human achieve that kind of power?
He's still in a coma. I've hidden him like how one would hide a feather.
What does that mean?
I know you have many misgivings about him, but as someone who had become a god, he has retained a number of very useful features. Don't worry, I'll keep an eye on him and make sure he doesn't do any evil. In addition, there are still some mysteries left in him. Some things may be very clear from my perspective, but he is still yet to understand them himself. His future will be determined by fate.
His luck, fate, interesting. I don't think that's intentional, but obviously it says luck, but then fate. That's actually very interesting for her to use the word fate, knowing that he said that he specifically is one of the few characters that actively says the stars in the sky are fake. And we know, specifically from the prelude to this quest, the fucking summer event, how Mona explains how the stars, well, we know already that the stars are fates. People's fates are literally written in the stars and are traceable. Interesting. I wonder if his fates are his fate is in the stars. My journey to Fontaine.
Is that where you're headed next? Fontaine, the nation of justice? As far as I know, that nation operates in a judicial system.
Does their Archon personally judge people?
No, there's a Chief Justice in Fontaine. Generally speaking, the Hydra Archon, Focalor, won't preside over individual trials.
Focalor, not Focalor.
However, even then, Focalor will still make herself present at just about every trial. It seems that she just likes to immerse herself in that sort of atmosphere.
Sounds like she's got all free
As
time.
Archon, she still reserves the right to influence the final verdict. Anyway, let's just say she's got, a very unique personality.
Bro, she's gonna be a fucking... That's coming from her, the child. Jesus. So she knows her, okay. It's weird that she knows. I mean, I guess that she's God, wasn't it? But, like, she knows the other Archons. But from her birth, he's been locked up for 500 years. Technically, they really shouldn't know her. But, well, she could probably reach out and touch. She possessed the Gnosis. Well, she didn't possess the Gnosis. It was always in the Akasha. She might retain some memories. So she's present at every trial, no matter what, and she only presides over important ones. But she says that I can feel we're gonna be judged. I almost guarantee we're gonna be judged. And something's gonna be like either we're gonna be guilty or like we're gonna be innocent, and she's gonna be like, no, I deem them guilty. And fucking blast our ass. I want Archon as an enemy. I mean, we already had that with Raiden Shogun, where she was like, stand against us. And it's like, you were the enemy of eternity. But I want like an active like nation against us. Imagine that, a nation against us, and we have to work with the Fatui to get the Gnosis, because that's the only best outcome. We end up killing an Archon. That would be pretty fucking crazy. But that's a pipe dream. I don't know what the story actually holds. I don't think there's even leaks on what the fuck the next story is.
Are you sure? Isn't there something else you haven't asked about yet?
Yeah, Lord of the I mean, our sister.
You mean... About your sister. While you were resting at Gandharva Ville, I took some time to perform an Irminsul search for information on your sister.
There should be information, because she's been here for 500 years, longer than us. What the hell does he mean there shouldn't be any information? We know she's been here for 500 years. That's literally like one of the first goddamn prelude quests we get.
repository for all the information and memories of Teyvat, so there shouldn't be anything on him or his sister.
This is true in your case. Irminsul indeed does not have any information on you. However, there must be something different about your sister. Because, as it turns out, the world has recorded information on her after all.
What?
Music's up.
There is only one possible explanation. She belongs to this world.
But nothing about this makes any sense! Wasn't this your first trip to Teyvat?
Okay. So she has recorded. What information is recorded? Tell us. Do you know what she's been through? Yeah. What is it that's recorded that suggests that she's from this world?
According to the records I was able to access, your sibling suddenly appeared in Conria. After the Conria disaster, she began her journey through the 7 nations of
Suddenly
Teyvat.
appeared.
But just as her journey was about to reach its conclusion, the Irminsul records on her suddenly become fuzzy.
What do you mean, fuzzy? Did something happen to her?
All I know for sure is that somebody, for reasons only they can know, is deliberately obfuscating her fate. And whoever it is, if they can do that, who knows what else they're capable of.
So she appeared in Conria, and then 500 years, she traveled the nation. Huh. So, I know they said Conria was a nation without a god, and that the humans lived without a god. I wonder if, and we know that the Abyss's plan is to create a god. So we're not from this world, at least in this cycle. I wonder if they did create a god. At the last junction, they used forbidden they used forbidden knowledge to create their own god, and it ended up being the siblings. Or in a sense, ended up being her. Because she appeared. Interesting.
But even that wouldn't explain how she somehow comes from this world.
Something else I noticed was that according to these records, the Fatui have not classified your sibling as one of the Descenders.
Descenders, huh? What's that?
What's a Descender? Paimon's never heard of it.
Look, I'm sure you must be curious about the information I received from the Fatui in return for my gnosis, right?
Yeah.
A very important part of the intel was about this world's Descenders. External beings, ones that don't belong to this world. Traveler, you are Teyvat's 4th Descender.
4th.
Huh? So the Fatui count 3 other Descenders before the Traveler, and his sister isn't even one of them?
That's right. My current hypothesis is that the first Descender was likely what we now call the Heavenly Principles. As for the other Descenders, I still need to verify their existence. It could take me some time.
Paimon's head's about to burst from all this crazy new information.
And yet, even knowing all this, I'm sure you must still have a lot of unanswered questions.
That's interesting.
I must say,
4th
I
Descender.
truly regret that I can't help you
And the
more as
first one
God
is the
of
Heavenly
Wisdom.
Principles.
There are many questions in my heart as well. I will need some time to go through each one of them.
And the first god we encountered, or the thing we encountered at the start, was an upholder still of the Heavenly Principles. So that would make, I think its name's Asmodee, not the first Descender. Either it, she, he, is the second or third then, right? Unless they're kind of like Paimon and refer to themselves in third person as the Heavenly Principles. I think the lore books, like there's the primordial one. We know that the fucking gods are aliens, essentially, to the world because the 7 dragons are the natural rulers. We know Kokomi is asleep, one of the descendants, or at least is one of the fucking dragons. So it makes me think. So the first descender changed the world. It makes me think of when people thought of the civilizations, how like what each one was. Like the heavenly principles first descended, and it was like trying to instill a system that didn't work. Like maybe the Sealies, and then they or they tried to rule over themselves, and it didn't work. So they instilled like the Sealy civilization to guide humanity, and they fell in love and it fell apart. So they said fuck it. And they created the Archon system, which, I mean, hey, at this point, it kind of looks like it's falling apart. Makes me wonder. I don't know, I'm just theorizing. I'm not a Genshin lore expert. Still makes me wonder what the fuck Paimon is, bro. Jesus.
And soon, you'll also begin your journey anew and depart from Sumeru. I'm very interested in your future. It's a journey that can't be observed or recorded by this world. If fate is the ultimate knowledge, then your future will be the ultimate fate.
I'm sure glad we got to meet you, Nahida.
So, even if we're in the world, Irminsul can't record us because we're not from it. Which makes the other descenders difficult to track in the first place. Okay. But our sister's able to be tracked, and she's the queen of the abyss. I wonder what our sister is, though. Or brother. Well, if you're playing as the Limit. Interesting.
The pleasure is all mine. I can't thank you enough. Alright, that's enough talk for today. If you ever miss me, just close your eyes, and maybe I'll appear in your dreams.
That's kind of nightmarish. Alright, that's it.
Things in Sumeru have settled down now. Paimon bets people will be coming up.
Silver twig. New branch taken from the center of the world. Once a giant tree that ran across the world, this twig was a part of it. Though it has been removed from the tree, this connection remains strong as ever. Therefore, as long as the giant white tree that symbolizes the center of the world does not die, it will never wither. Trees symbolize life. In one of the stories from a certain place, there was a person who had entrusted her consciousness to the white tree's branch before she passed away, in that neither her life nor her hope would be lost, since the branches would grow and sprout where there was sunshine and rain, and would one day blossom and bear fruits. Trees also symbolize wisdom. In one of the legends, a sage hanging upside down on a tree had acquired the knowledge of how to inscribe runes and control sacred words, and thus followed the kingdom established along the tree's roots, eventually gaining a glimpse of the secret of the cosmos. All knowledge, memory, and experience flows through this giant tree, just like a stream flows into a river. The tree joins a sea, the sea turns into clouds, and the clouds rain to the ground, just like itself. Let's look at all the Archon items so far. Trophy obtained harbingers often face the world from behind their mask, and it's said that it's because they all once were mean nothing once. Okay, I gotta reread this. I'm fucking it up. The Fatui often face the world from behind their mask, and it is said that this is because all they once were mean nothing once they become Fatui, and thus they must forsake their true names and faces alike. Yet the act of giving up all that makes up an I, once past and the bonds that came with it, is no mean feat. Perhaps it is fair to say that only those who possess an obsession close to ever exceeding the level of delusion that might be willing to join the group that so rebels against the heavenly principles, blinding their remaining days to their delusions and burning as brightly as stars. Of course, many within the Fatu are simply consumed by power and are simple sadists, nor are these states necessarily in conflict. That's actually pretty interesting. They rebel. I mean, well, I've read this thousands of times before. Rebel against. Now we know, because of how the fates and stars work. They rebel against their fate. Isn't that what Danzliff says? We'll defy this world with a power from beyond. The moment that's kind of like what the Fatui are doing. Except they're not working with us, though. They're kind of defying this world with a power from within. The one whose real name was Rosalind. Blah blah blah. Okay, monolith fragment. Is this it's a fragment covering the vortex? The ancient past was used to pin down the great beast. There was once a time where the inhabitants of this land, terrorized by waves of tall mountains and dying by its core, for spheres of such horrors gradually proceed over the years. Peace became the norm. But no matter though, that which lies in the deep awakes once more. It is powerless to prevent the dawning of a new era. Perhaps this is just what one of the who suppressed the overload of vortex has been hoping to witness it. That lies in the deep will awaken once more. Tainted blood. Defeating the crystal imbued with the antiquity as well as an occult power from within the dragon's body. The mighty dragon was once captive, a cage of toxicity, woven there are 3 poisons. The foul blood he once ingested, that lies whispered from the abyss, and the anguish of abandonment through tears shed and songs sung. The only holy spike that had grown into Vaughn's body were smashed to pieces. The weapon, perhaps these feats were achievable only by a free-spirited traveler from a faraway land. As far as the petal isn't considered like a quest one, important one. These are the secondary quest items. You held a single sakura petal in your hands before leaving right in Makoto's realm of consciousness. It exists in a mystery. It appears no different from the ordinary sakura petals. It silently sits in your storage, just like any others, but you can no longer touch it, nor can you feel its weight or warmth. When an object loses any of its attributes, the one that would normally described to it, how can its existence be proven for sure? As you think back on many sights that the petal must have witnessed in the past, a certain guess comes to mind. That which sustains the sakura's petal's existence must be someone's will. But as to who this person is, and whether they are intentionally or unintentionally keeping this petal in existence, neither can be known, nor can you prove whether that willpower is derived from the yearning, trust, or gratitude. Perhaps when that person's will changes too, so will this petal just disappear. Just to be safe, it might be best to check back from time to see if it still exists. I wonder if it'll actually disappear from our inventory. The fucking frost glaze. Glazed crystal, that's got a special glaze as one of the many scattered throughout during the battle of giant blah 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 blah. Under the radiance of the blue crystal and the power of the abyss, its strange spiral pattern has emerged in the stone. It is a cold, almost chilling to the touch. This once smooth crystal has been transformed into this shape by the great might that descended from the heavens and the miasma that arose from the earth's depths. Earth's depths. Shouldn't it be Tavats? That's not whatever. I guess Earth is just a name for like ground. Anyways, and perhaps the form it has taken in itself is warning unto mortals. If the interaction of these forces alone could twist stone and metal, thus, if the ordinary heroine was truly able to witness the end of the pitch dark path, how would she face the discovery she would make? If the interaction of these forces, if that ordinary heroine was truly able to witness the end of the pitch dark path, how would she have faced the discovery she would make? Interesting. That's really interesting when you consider it, because they refer to the darkness within the earth as rising up, and the heaven hitting it is what caused it to spiral and crack like a mass force. And they're referring to the heroine, whoever she is, to be able to truly witness the end of the pitch dark path, meaning it would be the journey into the earth, as in they were heaven entering the darkness of the earth. It would spiral and shatter. The dried seed. See withered object, normal, it seems to be a normal judgment you see. However, we haven't used this yet, but it's the Aranara. It's a memory seed, but whose memory? That's what I want to know. And the archaics are rare and considered for the spots to even blah blah blah. The word itself is incredible, blah blah. So you tend to give us a gift, and we must someone to recognize what they receive. Okay, well, that's not. The R&R, okay. No other like super quest item. Okay.
Is there anything you want?
I got nothing else to say.
And soon, you'll also begin your journey, and I'm very if fate is. I'm unsure. The pleasure
Okay,
is
well, we read all that. That didn't really give me any like extra shit.
How about we take a walk around Sumeru City and see if anyone needs our help? Paimon has a sneaking suspicion that it just might pay off.
Which event is it? It's the 5 event. I haven't done it at all. So 3 days, 1 free Dory. The trail like that, bro. I had a video on that. All right. That's 1 entire Archon quest down. I'll unlock it later. I got finished seeing the Cyno's quest.
Good roll. All right.
Alright,
Maybe I'll take
that's one of the
more
many
day
Archon
off
quests.
and knock
Be
out the
prepared,
rest
I'll
of
be
the
doing
work
the
nice
side
and
quest I
related
have
to
not
it.
picked up in Aru Village and all the other ones, so be prepared to see that on the channel also. But for now, we learn, and we keep going till we learn the truth of this world.